a prayer. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with grateful hearts, thanking you for the opportunity to gather and learn. Lord, we acknowledge that all wisdom and knowledge come from you, and we invite your presence to be in our midst tonight. Bless each participant, speaker, and mentor. May this session be filled with clarity, insight, and inspiration. Help us to learn, grow, and apply what we receive for your glory and for the benefit of others. We surrender this webinar to you, Lord, and may your wisdom guide our discussion, and may everything we do be aligned to your will. Thank you for this opportunity to share and connect. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen. So hello guys, how are you? Grabe no, ang bilis ng araw. Dito na agad tayo. So yesterday or last night, we had an amazing session where you two learned how you can become or how you can make an extra 50,000 pesos per month with this easy to learn yet high paying data entry skill. And also how you can master this skill using our 90-day roadmap. So for day 2 and for tonight, we'll be learning about the secrets of thriving virtual bookkeepers to finding reliable clients and consistent projects who started as newbies. So, ano-ano ba talaga yung mga kailangan nating i-consider when choosing an ideal client? How to get clients? And of course, ano ba yung mga strategies and best practices for efficient workflow management? So, for day 3, please join us to learn how to avoid common pitfalls for aspiring virtual bookkeepers and sustain your virtual business. So it is very important to understanding these pitfalls and how to overcome them. Also, ano ba yung secrets ng successful virtual bookkeepers and why clients are willing to hire you, and you know the success stories of our students who went from newbie to thriving virtual bookkeeper. All right, so what is CS Bob community all about? So TS Bob, or the Shepherd Virtual Accountants and Bookkeepers community, is all about teamwork because teamwork makes the dream work. Ayan. So teamwork divides the task and multiplies the success. So this is a community created back in 2019, dedicated to individuals who are aspiring and experienced virtual accountants and bookkeepers. So Coach Harry and Coach Alfie realized that doing this job can be sometimes lonely and scary, especially if nagsisimula ka pa lang. So they prayed for a community where they can understand each other and raise questions related to virtual accounting and bookkeeping. 'Di ba? How nice is it starting this career or this niche na may matatakbuhan ka. Again, this is a journey you don't have to do alone. So this is a community wherein you feel safe and you are safe and not judged even if you feel like you are asking a foolish question. So when it comes to learning, there is no such thing as simple or foolish question. Ayan. So, these are the bonuses that we don't want you to miss. Ayan. If you are with us from day one, you completed our day one training, by now you should have already got a copy of From Zero to Six Figures, the ultimate guide to becoming a virtual bookkeeper from home, valued at 9,997 pesos. Again, if nakompleto mo ang ating day one training, makukuha mo to for free. Now, for day 2, worry not, you can get another copy of our Mastering Client Magnetism, How to Attract Online Bookkeeping Clients with Ease, valued at 15,000 pesos. So make sure to stay with us until the end of this session to get your copy. By the way, your copies will be sent to you via email, so you might want to check that out. All right, but wait, there's more. Hindi pa dyan nagtatapos. If you stick with us until the end of our 3-day event, you might be one of the chosen 6 scholars of 1-year masterclass access worth 14,497 pesos. You heard it right, guys. Not just one, not just three, but six scholars. This is also in celebration of our 6th year anniversary. O, di ba? Nag-show up ka lang, may freebie ka pa. Ayan. Natuto ka pa. Ayan. All right. So, for tonight's session, I know you guys are excited. We are going to dive deeper into the secrets to thriving virtual bookkeepers, to finding reliable clients and consistent projects who started as newbies. And of course, hindi ito magiging kompleto without our amazing mentor, someone who has guided so many bookkeepers just as myself in their freelancing journey. Kaya guys, get ready to learn and be inspired, and without much further ado, let's all give a virtual round of applause for Coach Alfie Abby. Ayan. Coach, take it away.
Okay, thank you, Miss Blossom. And so before we start, kindly comment too if you can hear me clearly. Ayan, thank you. So excited na. So we have 1,100 attendees for tonight. Okay, thank you guys for taking this opportunity to be with us. Alam ko marami po sa inyo na may mga engagement pa, pero you put commitment first to attend the webinar tonight. Okay? So, kaya marami pong salamat and congratulate yourself for taking first step. Yan, attending this webinar. So, sino po dito nakapag-attend ng day 1? Yun. Aba, madami. Okay. So, thank you, thank you. So, we will have 1 hour and 30 minutes para sa ating session ngayong gabi. So I am encouraging everyone to have at least your pen and notebook. Okay? Kasi napaka-importante po yung mga sasabihin ko ngayong gabi. So hindi lang po tayo magre-rely sa ating memory. Okay? So mas maganda talaga na isusulat natin para hindi natin makakalimutan. Okay? So it's also part of your commitment of attending this webinar. So consider yourself as a student and I am your instructor tonight kasi marami po kayong makukuhang mga learnings. Okay, so based from my experiences, ayan, and especially in dealing with clients. Okay, so excited na po ba? Type excited. Ayan. Okay, thank you, thank you. Yan. Okay. So, let's have a recap muna, no? So, yesterday, ayan, napag-usapan po natin yung what is virtual bookkeeping, how virtual bookkeeping works, and what are the tools and earnings of virtual bookkeepers while working globally with international clients. So ngayong gabi naman, ang pag-uusapan naman natin, the secrets to thriving virtual bookkeepers, to finding reliable clients and consistent projects who started as newbies. Okay. And so first, things you need to get started. Okay. So ito po yung pinaka-importante sa lahat. So have that right mindset. Yan. So starting an online bookkeeping business, it really requires right mindset. Kasi may mga challenges na ma-encounter ninyo. So hindi lang po sa sarili ninyo, pati po sa mga clients, prospects. That's why hindi lang po puro motivation lang. Okay? So kailangan din po yung focus, commitment in order to have a sustainable online bookkeeping business. So una-una, consider natin etong online bookkeeping is our business. Okay? So have that entrepreneurial mindset. And most of all, mag-focus po tayo sa growing, no? So, bigyan natin ng napakalaking investment yung ating sarili, our skills, okay, our mindset, our growth. Kasi if you are fully skilled and then, kumbaga pa fully equipped kayo in terms of information and knowledge, then you are very valuable in front of your clients. Okay? So, consider natin yan as a investment. So, have that commitment for continuous development and improvement. And aside from that, when you are fully equipped, you are confident. Okay? So, baka ba kung may mga katanungan si client, kaya nyo pong sasagutin. And don't forget na if you have that kind of right mindset, so syempre sa umpisa, yung focus natin, it's more on experience, more on growth, rather than earning money agad. Yan. So, and don't forget also na every time you approach a prospect or a client, have that mindset na you coming from a place of help. Okay? And remember, eto pong online bookkeeping, it's not that tinatakot ko kayo kasi meron ding mga times na, kumbaga pa sa business, merong feast period, ayan, meron ding period na dry season. So that's part of the business. Okay? So dapat prepared din po tayo. Okay? So learn how to market and sell your services online. And most important dito, have that discipline and consistency. Ayun, pinaka-importante po yon, consistency. Yan. Meron tayong routine, araw-araw, makipag-connect tayo, send tayo connection request sa ating mga prospects, and at the same time, pag-aralan natin yung ating skills, i-improve pa natin. Okay? So, kalaunan po, no, pag makuha na po natin yung first online client, ayan, so, it's a big win for us kasi nalagpasan natin and na-reach natin yung goal na makapag-close ng isang online client. The next is, we have the equipment and workplace. Ayan, kailangan po natin yung internet connection. Yan, place for working, laptop or computer. So if you are just starting out, at least have a small space at your home na para yun yung maging office space ninyo. Kung pwede, tahimik siya kasi from time to time, hindi na po maiwasan, no, na meron po kayong client calls. Yan. And then, in terms of laptop or computer, hindi nyo naman kailangan bumili agad. So, you can ask from your family members or from your friends kung meron bang mga laptop or computer na hindi pa ginagamit. Ayan, so hiramin ninyo, no? Kasi dyan lang din po ako nag-umpisa. Second hand po yung laptop ko. And yung internet connection, parang maalala ko pa, 5 gig. And then mobile data pang ginagamit ko noon. Okay? So, dahil din siguro, medyo malakas pa yung 5 gig kasi konti pa lang ang nag-work from home. Ayan. Okay? And then we have here the sample specs. Ayan, Intel i3 is fine. Pwede ding higher Intel like i5. Okay, yung storage space, kung pwede, higher than 256 gig. Tsaka meron din po kayong at least 1 terabyte na hard drive. Okay? And then next is perspicuity of offer. Ayan. So dapat alam natin yung ating i-offer sa ating target market that can help you differentiate yourself from competitors. So hindi lang tayo na basta sino na lang yung i-offer natin yung service. So dapat meron tayong specific target, specific offer. Ayan. To differentiate ourselves from other bookkeepers. Okay? So, some services that you can offer. So, ito yung pinakauna-una na pwede nating i-offer, guys, no? Accounting and bookkeeping services. So, doing bank reconciliations, we have credit card management, accounts receivable, accounts payable, clean up and catch up, and setting up books. Next is, we can also offer taxation. So, pwede kayong mag-offer ng ganun na services. Okay? Then we have also payroll assistance. And another one is management reports. So, kailangan din nila na somebody who can analyze and interpret the reports para i-convey kung ano yung result ng operations nila at maintindihan ng mga clients. Kasi yung mga figures, yung mga terms na nasa financial reports, hindi naman yan lahat alam ng client. So, ikaw yung instrument to analyze, to impart the important information coming from those financial statements. Kasi napaka-importante po yung mga financial statements. Ito po yung report card ng mga businesses. Kung meron tayong report card sa school, para malaman kung 75 ba tayo or 80 ba tayo yung general average. Same with the financial reports. It reflects the performance of the business and it will be the basis for decision making. So halimbawa, gustong manghiram ng pera yung client natin. So from those financial statements, pag updated siya at alam mo na ito ay accurate, timely, complete, then definitely, ikaw yung makakatulong sa kanila na maaprubahan sila sa bank or other financial institution. Okay? So, napaka-importante po ng role natin. Ayan. Then, auditing. Ayan. So, spot natin kung ano ba yung areas that needs improvement, that needs reconciliation. Ayan. So, pwede natin yan siyang i-offer. Then CFO services, when it comes to managing finances, ayan, mga cash flow management, then we can also offer that one. The next is we have advisory or consultation. So dito po parang ano ka na, business partner ni client. Okay? So from being a bookkeeper, naging advisor ka na or consultant sa kanila. Ayan, so lumilevel up. So, kumbaga pa, hindi lang tayo nakaka-focus sa bookkeeping lang. Okay? So, you can offer other service package. So, kung nakikita nyo, malawak po yung opportunity na pwede nating i-offer sa ating client. Pwedeng sa isang client lang, no? Hindi lang bookkeeping. Pwede din kayong mag-offer ng accounts receivable management. Then later, magiging advisor. Okay? So, hindi nyo na kailangan pang maghanap pa ng ibang clients. Doon pa lang sa existing clients, you can have 3, 4 service packages. Okay? So, marami pong may offer natin para sa kanila. Okay? And ang pinaka-importante po sa lahat, ayan, earn knowledge of your services. It's because pag marami tayong alam, marami tayong training na naatenan, ayan, and then we sort to increase our knowledge para ma-improve yung ating skills kasi we are committed for continuous growth. So, magiging valuable tayo sa ating mga clients, even dun sa ating mga target market. Kasi, malalaman na natin kung paano natin address yung kanilang problem. So, ikaw na yung hahanapin nila. Here, you are selling your expertise. Okay? So, advertise also your services. Advertising can help remind your customers about your offer. Ibig sabihin, we have to show up ourselves online. Kung meron na tayong mga Facebook account, LinkedIn, then gagamitin na natin ito ng maayos. Okay? So, pwede na natin itong gamitin para sa ating online bookkeeping business. Ayan. Then, be with trustworthy community. So, if you, let's say, attend or be with this kind of community, having the same interest, the same goals mo, no? Ayan, so mas maging mabilis yung iyong pagiging successful sa iyong bookkeeping business. Okay. So a gathering of people who are dealing with similar problems and want to share their experiences. Kumbaga pa, meron tayong katuwang, may kasama tayo, hindi tayo nag-iisa. So kung halimbawa, meron kang problem, and then you join this kind of community, so you'll be able to communicate your problem, and anyone na alam nila yung sagot sa problema mo, okay, ma-address na agad. Diba? So, napakaganda po yun na meron po tayong community. No? So, you are blessed right now kasi marami pong community sa mga online bookkeepers and accountants. Unlike before, no? As far as I can remember, yung nag-start ako ng online bookkeeping on the side, that was 2017. So, very few. So, mabibilang ko lang, parang isa or dalawa. Okay? So, mahirap po. Unlike sa ngayon, napakarami na po. So, in joining this kind of community, take advantage of it. Okay? Learn from those people, lalong-lalo na yung may mga experience, may mga online clients, para masundan nyo na yung kanilang yapak. Okay? Kasi meron na po silang result. So, to summarize, we have right mindset, equipment and workplace, perspicuity of your offer, earn knowledge about your services, advertise your services, and having that trustworthy community. Okay. So, dito sa cycle na ito, if you are just starting out, ayan, so katulad ngayon, nag-attend pa kayo ng webinar, day 1, day 2, day 3, and then you start to explore itong online bookkeeping, and then ginawa nyo na, you take action, and there will be a time na mag-fail kayo. Okay, ang importante lang na i-continue nyo pa rin, alamin nyo, bakit kaya ako nag-fail? Ano pa yung area na dapat i-improve ko? Okay? And then you learn from your failures, and then you continue, repeat, and then kung ano man yung areas na kailangan ng improvement, gawin nyo yun siya. And then you try it again. So it's really a cycle. So like me, no, kahit since 2017, ginagawa ko itong online bookkeeping hanggang ngayon po, no? Hindi pa rin may iwasan na yung mga failures, ayan, yung mga learnings. Basta importante po, may natutunan tayo. Ayan. And then we move forward. We learn from our failures and then do it again. Try it again. Okay, so it's really a cycle. So next, what do you require of your clients? Ayan. So una-una, we have a signed agreement. So for the agreement, we will state here what are our deliverables plus the pricing. And the next is we have the access to bank and credit card statement. So ang gagawin nyo po ay bibigyan nyo po ng Google Drive link, or if you have Dropbox, okay? So kayo na po yung mag-o-offer dun kay client. Okay? Para hindi na siya mag-isip pa kung saan ko ba ilalagay yung mga documents ko, yung ganyan. And the next is to set deadline. So this is also to monitor client's response time. So kaya nga mas maganda na nakalagay dun sa proposal ninyo yung timetable. Let's say meron kayong special project, let's say clean up and catch up for 1 year. And then you've stated there na this will run for 1.5 months. At least you have the timetable. So yun yung susundin nyo. So from time to time, if you start working on the project, give updates to your client. Okay? Mas maganda kasi na meron kayong communication. So tatandaan natin, have that signed agreement. Ando na yung mga scope of work, your deliverables, plus the pricing, and then the access of the documents, and you set deadlines para aware din si client, no? Kung ano yung deadline natin. Ayan. So here are the activities and tasks of an online bookkeeper. Okay, so number 1, so communication through email, chat, or project management software. So marami po tayong means of communication sa ating clients. So minsan nag-uusap kami sa mga clients ko, Facebook, WhatsApp, Slack, ayan. Minsan din sa ClickUp, ayan, email, okay? So, yun po yung pwede nating gamitin. Okay, so having that clear communication, this is very important in virtual bookkeeping. Yan. So, dapat may updates tayo na binibigay sa ating mga clients. Next is meeting using Google Meet, Zoom, or Skype. So, marami na po tayo ngayong mga apps, no? Ayan. Dati, Skype pa yung ginagamit namin. So, later lang itong si Zoom plus si Google Meet. Okay. So, ngayon, no, marami na pong apps na pwede nating gamitin to meet and communicate with our clients, to give updates, ano ba yung mga status na ginagawa natin, ganyan. So, we conduct virtual meetings using Google Meet, Zoom, or Skype. Next is we have sharing documents through apps. Yan. So we have Google Drive, you have Dropbox or box.com. So ang gagamitin lamang dito para ma-access yung mga files, email address, para ma-share yung mga documents. Kasi kailangan natin to pag meron tayong reconciliation na gagawin, like the bank account, the credit card, or any other accounts like yung mga loans, okay? So, kailangan natin yung mga statements or even yung mga screenshots, ayan, yung mga checks, no? So, at least meron kayong sharing documents using apps like Google Drive, we have the Dropbox or the Box.com. Then, aside from that, ask for the bank, the credit card statements, and other documents from the clients. Kasi you will be using these documents to reconcile accounts inside QuickBooks or Xero, okay, or any other accounting software. Kasi check natin kung meron bang mga missing transactions, meron bang mga double recording of transactions, yan. Kaya kailangan natin ng reconciliation. Next is we have the cloud-based bookkeeping software. Okay, so we have QuickBooks Online, we have Xero. So these are top 2 accounting softwares used online. Ayan, sa QuickBooks Online naman, so we have from US, and then apart from Canada and UK, and some in Australia, they also use QuickBooks Online. Majority kasi sa Australia are into Xero. Okay? So, meron din sa Canada, meron din sa UK. Kaya mas maganda na dito muna yung focus natin, QuickBooks Online or Xero, if we are just starting out as an online bookkeeper. Okay? So, cloud-based siya in the sense na you can access this software anytime, anywhere, as long as merong internet. So, you can bring your laptop or kung tatamarin kayo, kung gusto niyo mag-work sa bahay lang, then you can use your PC or even your laptop. Okay? Kaya nga tinatawag natin itong cloud-based kasi online siya. And meron din akong client, they use QuickBooks Desktop. Pero ma-access ko pa rin yung QuickBooks Desktop niya using AnyDesk or TeamViewer. Okay, so ginagalaw ko pa rin yung QuickBooks Desktop niya. So ganun na ka high-tech ngayon, no? Na pwede mong pasukin yung QuickBooks Desktop. Kahit na yung desktop na software andun sa computer ni client mo. Okay? The next is we have setting up the books. Okay, in setting up the books, yan, yung mga chart of accounts, your bank feeds connection, ayan. Okay, so usually, may mga chart of accounts na inside ni Xero, inside ni QuickBooks Online, okay. So, i-verify na lang natin yan. Depende sa business ni client. Okay, so mas maganda na specific yung target market mo kasi you will be acquainted with kind of accounts used kasi unique din yung accounts ni real estate compared to digital marketing agency and then versus the roofing contractor. Okay, so may mga terms yan sila. So mas maganda na meron tayong specific market na tina-target para maging client natin. Okay? Then, minimal or no data entry in the sense na automated na po ngayon. Okay? Before kasi manual data entry. So, most of the time, naka-Excel siya. At dahil ngayon, meron na tayong mga accounting apps. We have the QuickBooks Online and the Xero. So, nako-connect na online yung bank feeds coming from the bank. So, pipindutin na lang natin yung update. Mada-download na yung transactions. Then, all we have to do is categorize. Ayan, gagawa na lang tayo ng bank rules para maipasok ito kay QuickBooks. Ganon din kay Xero. Okay? So it saves time and it reduces error. Kasi kung sa Excel, pag nagagalaw mo yung formula, masisira na yon, right? Unless na lang kung meron pa kayong naisipan na password protected, okay? Kasi yun yung mga ginagawa namin dati, no? Kung wala pa itong QuickBooks Online or Xero. So pag naggalaw na yon, masisira na siya. Okay? So using QuickBooks Online, using Xero, it reduces errors. Yan. So next is use bank feeds. So like I mentioned, kinoconnect natin yung what you call this one, yung bank account kay QuickBooks Online or kay Xero. And then, ida-download yan siya. So, ang gagawin natin, ipapasok natin yon para mag-reflect na siya sa QuickBooks, or example, QuickBooks. And then, every time na makapag-generate na tayo ng report, dahil pinasok na itong bank feeds, okay, magre-reflect na yan siya either balance sheet accounts or profit and loss accounts. Okay? So, kaya nga monthly, ginagawa natin yung bank or credit card reconciliation para malaman natin kung eto bang transaction na pumasok sa QuickBooks. Okay? Ito ba ay verified? Ito ba ay validated? Ayan. So, kino-compare natin yan siya. So, before we generate our monthly reports. Ayan. Next is, works primarily on bank feeds and third-party apps. Ayan. So, yung mga third-party apps, syempre magtatanong kayo na to, Coach, ano ba itong third-party apps? So, aside from having QuickBooks Online, na yun yung ating accounting software, marami kasing mga apps ang kinoconnect niyan. So, hindi lang QuickBooks Online, ang Xero. Pwede niyang i-connect sa Shopify, pwede i-connect sa Stripe. Okay? Just be very careful lang, no? Pag i-connect natin etong mga apps, baka kasi maging data dump or mapupuno ng data yung accounting software. Okay? So, make sure na evaluate muna natin kung kailangan ba talagang i-connect siya. Okay? Pero kung magagawa ng paraan na maiwasan yung data dump, okay? So, do it in other way. Next is, we have perform reconciliation. Yan, ito po yung pinaka-importanting process that we do inside QuickBooks or Xero. So monthly, we do reconciliation. Sometimes we do weekly reconciliation. Ayan. So importante po yun para ma-validate kung ano ba yung mga transactions na pumapasok kay QuickBooks. Eh yun ba talaga nag-reflect sa bank or credit card accounts. Ayan. So the purpose why we perform reconciliation is to identify kung meron bang mga missing transaction. Kasi may mga instances kasi na pag pinindot natin yung update, ang akala natin, pumasok na kay QuickBooks. Yun pala, it could be internet connection or yung connection between QuickBooks and the bank na makakalimutan yung mga ibang transaction, kaya nagkakaroon ng mga missing transactions. Kaya during reconciliation, pag naka-check ka, ay marami pa lang hindi na i-record ng mga transaction. Kaya napaka-importante po yung reconciliation. So, to identify what could be the missing transactions, what could be the double recording of transactions, no? Kasi pag hindi tayo makapag-reconcile, it's either ma-overstated yung expenses or ma-understated yung expenses, no? Na yung bottom line, yung income, maging mali na siya. Okay? So it could be understated or overstated yung income. Okay? Okay. So next is send a list of unidentified transactions. Okay, so may mga transactions tayo na, ano tawag nito? Yun bang hindi natin makategorize. Ayan. So, kailangan natin ng help ni client. So, usually, ang ginagawa namin, we send a list of unidentified transactions. So, through email or having that a Zoom meeting para ma-address, client, ano ba itong mga transaction na ito? Is it office supplies expense or is it ano ba ito? Meals and entertainment, yung mga ganun, no? Okay, para ma-address agad, para mabigyan ng right accounts. Okay? So, dapat, pag hindi clear sa atin, magbibigay tayo ng summary kay client. At saka, kukulitin talaga natin. Pa-follow up talaga natin si client. Meron akong ganong client, no? He's based from Canada. Kaya nga problema nagkaroon kami ng issue sa books niya ngayong month kasi napakatagal niya mag-reply. Kahit ilang beses pa mag-follow up. Kaya nag-usap kami ulit. Ayan. So, in-stress ko sa kanya, ano yung significance, bakit kailangan ng on-time reply, and identifying what could be the proper categorization of these transactions. Kasi magdo-domino effect yan. Pagdating na ng tax season, mahirapan na maglilinis, di ba? So, mas maganda na every week. Okay, kung magpapadala ng unidentified transactions, may address na agad kung ano yung dapat na categorization. Office supplies ba siya? Miss entertainment ba? Ano bang job name? Okay? So, ma-address agad, no? Kaya bahala na maging makulit tayo sa ating client sa pagpa-follow up. Basta importante lang, ma-update na yung books. Okay? Na hindi na dumating sa time na ay malapit na yung tax season. Ayan, ano na tayo, magpo-file na tayo saka pa na ma-address itong mga unidentified transactions. Okay? Then once na maging malinis na yung books natin, we can generate financial reports na. So your financial reports, this will be the reflection of the status of the operation of your client's business. So ito na yung report card. So profit and loss, the balance sheet, the cash flow statement. So using QuickBooks Online, zero. So mabilis na po tayo makapag-generate ng financial reports. Okay? So ma-address na natin ano yung mga transactions na kailangan bigyan ng attention, okay? And then ma-analyze na natin agad. And then pwede na natin i-point out kay client, kailangan ba siguro natin na i-reduce yung ganitong costs? Kasi nakikita natin dito mas malaki yung meals and entertainment, yung mga ganun, no? Okay, so anytime we can generate financial reports using those accounting apps. Okay? Then we have ongoing support and analysis. So since we are the bookkeeper of our client, so dapat regularly tayo na magbibigay ng update and analysis kasi mas naiintindihan natin yung reports. Kasi yung mga client natin, ang focus nila ay growth, focus nila ay marketing, ayan. So, ikaw yung valuable person to give them the interpretation kung ano yung kailangan na gagawin. Okay? The next is communication and collaboration. So, gumagamit tayo dito guys ng apps, no? So, we have a project management app, ClickUp or Slack. Slack, ayun, doon tayo mag-chat. Kami minsan, we use Discord para sa team and then Slack para doon sa client. Ayan, para mabigyan ng mga updates, ano na bang nangyari dito sa books. Okay, so kailangan natin ng checking, collaborative bookkeeping approach, okay, para ma-address agad yung mga concerns, ma-follow up natin si client, ma-follow up natin yung team members kung meron tayong project. Yan. So, napaka-importante po yung collaboration and communication. Okay? So, next is, we have accounting apps. Okay. So, okay pa ba tayo? Ayan. So, accounting apps to learn. So first is we have QuickBooks Online. So this is one of the most widely used cloud-based accounting software. So if your focus is in USA, ayan. So pwedeng ito na yung focus mo, QuickBooks Online. So it allows bookkeepers to manage finances efficiently, automate transactions, and you can generate reports right there and then. As long as naipasok mo na lahat ng mga transactions. Ayun. So, syempre, hindi yan magre-reflect sa reports kung hindi natin ipinasok lahat. Yung mga bank feeds, credit card feeds. Okay? So, napakadali na po, no? Kasi meron na tayong software. So, QuickBooks Online is also user-friendly. Ayan. So, madali po siyang gamitin. Ayan. Then, anytime you can generate reports. So, here's an example of the yung mukha ni QuickBooks Online. So you can see here, we have the sales transactions. And then this one is an example of a construction business. Ayan, makikita mo dito yung summary, ilang invoices na ang na-issued, magkano yung overdue, magkano yung unpaid, ayan, not deposited. Then we have also expenses. And then here you can see the bank feeds. Ayan, okay? The next is we have zero. Okay, ito dun yung interface or yung mukha ni Zero. So, meron ding demo company si Zero. Same with QuickBooks Online. May demo company din yan siya. So, pwede kayong mag-practice doon. Lalong-lalo na pag gagawa kayong mga entries, create invoices, bills, okay, or applying payments coming from your customers or payments to suppliers. So, you can use the demo company. Okay, so, nung in-explore ko pa lang ito si QuickBooks Online, ayan. So, ginagamit ko po yung demo company. Doon po ako nagpa-practice, no? Lalong-lalo na pag hindi ko alam kung ano yung magiging output pag nilagay kong ganitong entry. Ayan, so doon ako pumupunta or nag-entry sa demo company. And then titignan ko kung ano yung output niya. Saka ko gagawin inside QuickBooks Online ni client. Okay? So Xero also is another accounting software used by business worldwide, especially in Australia. So it's also user-friendly. Ayan. Tapos dito din gagawin yung reconciliation. Same with QuickBooks Online. And marami pa pong accounting apps. Yan. So we have FreshBooks, we have Sage, Patriot, Zoho Books, MYOB, Cinder, MyBooks, and Flexi Financials. Okay? So, syempre, karamihan sa inyo magtatanong, Coach, ano bang focus mo? Okay? So, for the start, QuickBooks Online. Ayan, sumabak agad ako sa QuickBooks Online. And then, Xero. So, meron din akong client, Zoho. So, it's also user-friendly. So, mas maganda if you're just starting out, at least may focus tayo kung anong apps yung ipag-practice natin. So, para hindi tayo mahirapan, pwede muna tayong mag-focus sa iisang apps. Okay? And then you master that one. So, kung halimbawa, focus mo ay US, pwedeng QuickBooks Online muna yung imamaster nyo. Okay? Hanggang sa makakuha kayo ng first online client. Ayan. So, kung ang gusto niyo naman ay Australia, then go with Xero. Ayan. Then master Xero. Okay? Ayan. Thriving Virtual Bookkeeping Blueprint. Excuse mo na. Okay, so we have here our bookkeeping blueprint. So I'll explain this one. So before you present yourself, no, in front of your prospect or your target market, make sure you have a clear offer statement. Ano ba yung i-offer mo na service? And then have your profile optimized. So pwede kayong mag-start Facebook and LinkedIn lang muna. Okay? And then dapat meron kayong target market. So you can start with real estate, cleaning service business, digital marketing agency. Pag beginner kayo, focus on market muna na wala mo ng inventory. Okay? Para hindi kayo mahirapan. So, more on service muna. Pag kabisado nyo na, saka kayo magle-level up engaging with clients na merong mga inventory like e-commerce. Okay? Kasi si e-commerce medyo complex yung transaction. So, mas maganda step by step muna. So, after having a clear offer statement, you have the target market, we have the optimized profile. So, naka-frontline na kayo, no? Nakikita na yung Facebook nyo, nakikita na yung LinkedIn. Then, your next job is to connect with your prospect. Ang purpose dito, wag natin agad sabihin na I offer bookkeeping skill. Ayan. So ang importante dito, build rapport first. Establish relationship with your prospects. Kasi kumbaga pa coffee date muna tayo doon sa ating mga prospect. Alamin muna natin ano yung mga problems nila, ganyan. Pag magtatanong na sila na okay, Alfie, what do you do? So, pag nagsasabi na sila ng ganung question, then that will be the right time for you na sabihin mo yung offer mo. Okay, so I help Shopify sellers manage their finances. Ayan. Okay, saka mo na sasabihin yun. And then, when they get interested dun sa service mo or yung ino-offer mo, then invite them for the discovery call. So the purpose of this discovery call is to determine whether you are the right person to help them solve their problem. So dito sa discovery call, most of the time, listener lang tayo. So hayaan mo si prospect na magsasalita. All you have to do is take down notes. Ano yung mga challenges, ano yung mga problems. Then after niyang sasabihin yon, meron tayong um, questions. Okay? So, it could be about his business, his operation, kung na-reconcile na ba yung mga books niya, nakapag-hire na ba siya ng bookkeeper before, okay, ano na bang nangyari doon sa bookkeeper niya, ayan. So, those could be your sample questions during the discovery call. So, this is to uncover the challenges and problems of your client's business. Okay, so nakalagay dito, your call, uncover a buyer's pain points, priorities, and goals. Okay, then after that, we can ask an access to his books to do an audit walkthrough. So all you have to do is give a non-disclosure agreement dun kay prospective client. And then you state to him when are you going to submit or have that second meeting to discuss your audit findings after your audit walkthrough o yung diagnostic procedure mo. Okay, so mag-set ka ng meeting. It could be after 2 days or after 3 days. Ayan, invite mo ulit si client to discuss what are your findings. Okay, so what could be your scope of work, your strategies, and your proposal, plus the pricing. Okay, and then dito mo na ilatag yung proposal mo, what could be your deliverables, your timetable, your strategies, plus the pricing itself. So make sure, kumbaga pa, nakapag Skype kayo or Zoom or Google Meet, pag dinidiscuss ninyo itong pricing. Kasi may mga instances na magne-negotiate si prospect, okay, regarding the pricing package. So, mas maganda na doon mismo sa call, ma-address na yung mga objections, yung mga questions. Okay? Then, after the pricing, pag okay na si client, makapagpili na siya or approve na siya doon sa pricing package mo, then ask for a 30 to 40% upfront fee doon sa total project price. Then send him the invoice, okay? And wait him na mabayaran yung invoice before you start your service. Okay? So once mabayaran, then it's a time for you to deliver your service. Then after the payment, mag-start na kayo mag-engage, mag-meeting, and then update that in the project management app together with your team, and then give updates habang ginagawa niyo yung project. And then pag matapos na, have that call again with your client para ma-discuss na ito na po yung client, yung result ng project, here are the financial statements, and then ibibigay mo na rin sa kanya yung deliverables. Then after that, then repeat. Okay? So pag happy si client, hingian nyo agad ng testimonial. So gawin niyo yan siyang part of your process. Every time na happy si client, hingi na kayo ng testimonial. Okay? Then you document that. Then repeat the process. Yan. So connect ka na naman ulit hanggang sa mag-discovery call, and then mag-audit ka. After the audit, you can present your proposal and then pricing. Then after na okay na si client dun sa pricing mo, send an invoice, and then you work on the project na. Okay? So ito yung magiging process natin. Okay? So naintindihan natin itong ating blueprint. Okay. So, ito yung mga tatandaan natin, no? So, before you connect, do the following. So, dapat mag-research tayo kung ano yung specific business na sector or niche na dapat nating iserve, yung offer natin, and then dapat optimize yung profile. So, dapat ready tayo nito, itong tatlo na ito. So, syempre, ang tanong mo, Coach, ano naman yung target market ang ifo-focus ko? So, kung wala kayong maisip, pwedeng manghingi kayo ng idea sa iba. So, kung nalaman mo na si friend mo, yung focus niya ay real estate, then you can start from there. Okay? So, wag niyo nang pahirapan yung sarili niyo. Wag kayong mag-overthink. So, kung feel mo na si real estate yung gustong-gusto mo, then you continue. So, pag after 3 months, wala pa kayong nakukuhang client na real estate, then you move to another market. So, depende yan siya kung kailan kayo mag-change. Okay? So, sa akin, ang inuna ko ay real estate. Ayan. Kasi sabi nga nila, marami daw pera sa real estate. Pero, hindi talaga ako nakakuha ng real estate na client. Okay? So, ginawa ko after a month, syempre, na-discourage ako, bakit hindi pa ako naka-close ng real estate na client? So, ang ginawa ko, nag-move na naman ako sa another target market. So, this is digital marketing agency. So, after a week, naka-close agad ako ng client. So, ang sabi ko, well, dito talaga siguro ako sa digital marketing agency. Okay, so depende yan siya, no? May mga kanya-kanyang preference tayo. For the target market, pwede nyong i-connect yan sa interest ninyo. So if you love online shopping, then you can go with, ano tawag nito, yung mga e-commerce or online sellers. May it be Shopify sellers, Amazon, Walmart, yung mga naglalasada ba yan, nagsha-Shopee, okay. Or if you love yung mga meron kayo pina-follow ng mga coaches, then you can cater online coaches, okay? Or a specific service like mga lawyers or dentists, so pwede din. pet shop owners, then you can connect with this kind of sector, mga pet shop owners. Kung sa country naman, let's say ang focus ninyo ay US, you research online, ano yung mga top industries na andoon. Okay? So, makikita nyo yan. Real estate ba yan? Ayan. Sa akin kasi, accidental lang. It's because nung nakakuha ko ng digital marketing agency. Yung target market kasi ng digital marketing agency na client ko ay cleaning service business owners. Kaya nagkataon na naging happy siya sa service ko, in-offer niya or binigyan niya ako ng referrals doon sa mga cleaning service business owners. Kaya nagkaroon ako ng clients na cleaning service business. Okay? So, minsan, ganun kasi yung mangyari, no? Meron tayong top 3 na target market. And habang ginagawa mo siya, marami ka ring na-encounter na ibang market na nagkaroon ka ng interest. Okay, right now, meron akong bagong market which is the roofing contractors. Okay, it's somewhat close to construction industry. So medyo ano lang siya, medyo challenging lang siya kasi kailangan mong gawa ng profitability report per project. Okay. So, may ganong feature kasi si QuickBooks Online. So, may mga tendency na nagkakaroon kayo ng discovery ng another market as you work on with your top 3 target market, no? So, ang akala mo na ito lang yung market, meron pa palang ibang magandang market na pwede na dito kayo mag-start. Okay? So, another one is, yan, specific service that you offer. Okay, so kung itatanong niyo ako sa akin, usually ang first na approach ko sa prospect ay yung clean up and cash up service ko. Why? It's because yung mga business owners, hindi updated yung kanilang books. They have messy books. Kaya yun yung pang frontline bookkeeping service na ino-offer ko. Okay? So you can also showcase that kind of bookkeeping service that definitely will give you a premium rate. Kasi hindi po madali maglinis ng magulong libro. Ayan. Okay, so that's the start, no? In approaching prospective clients, yung sa part ko. So you can also do that one, guys. Okay? To connect to your potential clients, pwedeng gawin nyo inbound marketing and outbound. Sa inbound marketing kasi, usually we post content in social media like Facebook or LinkedIn. Ang ginagawa natin dyan, parang nagko-content marketing tayo. So, ang pinopost natin dyan, ano yung mga problems and pains ng ating target market? And then, what could be the consequences pag hindi ito na-address? And what's the solution? Okay, so yun yung ginagawa natin sa inbound marketing. We post something to attract the attention of our target market. And once na mag-approach na sila sa iyo based on your posts, that's the example na nakuha mo sila through inbound marketing. For the outbound marketing naman, tayo yung lumalapit sa kanila. So that's what we do like sending connection request, ayan, Facebook ba or LinkedIn. So tayo yung lumalapit sa kanila. So that's for outbound marketing. Sa outbound marketing, ang control nito ay sa atin. Okay, the more you reach out to this target market, the better the chance na maging warm leads mo sila. Okay? And sa inbound marketing kasi, nagpo-post lang tayo sa ating Facebook or LinkedIn. Ano yung mga helpful tips para sa example, in target market mo ay real estate. Okay? So, yun yung ginagawa natin for an inbound marketing. And then, do a discovery call. So, like I mentioned, the purpose of discovery call is to determine whether we are the right person to address the problem of our prospective clients. So, most of the time, nasa listening mode tayo nito. So, dapat matuto tayong makinig. And then, i-jot down natin ano yung mga problems nila. Okay? And then, we start to ask questions na pag kalaunan sa ating discovery call. Then, we perform audit walkthrough. Ayan. So, we send them non-disclosure agreement and then we perform the audit. Hanapin natin yung mga findings natin. Nakalagay ba doon? Si bank account 1122 ay hindi pa na-reconcile. Si credit card, last reconciliation was last November 2024 pa. Ganon. Okay? And then, from the audit findings, malalaman na natin, eto pala yung gagawin ko sa books niya. Okay? Eto na yung strategies ko, eto yung maging proposal ko, eto na yung maging scope of work. And from the audit findings, eto na yung magiging pricing mo. So yun na yung magiging basis mo. Kaya napaka-importante po na you perform a diagnostic procedure before you give your price. Kasi that will be the basis of your pricing. Okay? And the next is strategize the services. So depende yan siya sa needs ni client. If you think while checking his books, hindi updated yung kanyang receivables. So marami siyang mga unpaid invoices. You can also offer accounts receivable management. Okay, na ikaw yung magpa-follow up sa mga customers, ikaw yung mag-reconcile, ayan. So that could be another layer na naman of service package. So when you perform audit walkthrough, okay, you can offer clean up and catch up. So when you say clean up and catch up the books, you restructure bad accounts or you get the accounts in order. Ayan, so aayusin mo yon. Tagalinis ka. Hindi niyo ba alam guys na ito yung pinakamagandang premium bookkeeping skill? When you master clean up and catch up, kahit anong business pa yan, okay, kayang-kaya nyo siyang i-address yung ganitong problem. Okay? So, pag ikaw yung magiging clean up and catch up expert, yan, definitely, dadami talaga yung clients mo. Okay? Kasi, nililinis mo yon. Hindi na reconcile yung kanyang bank or kanyang credit card accounts, ganyan, ikaw yung mag-aayos. Okay? Kumbaga pa, kung madumi yung bahay niya, ikaw yung magwawalis. Ikaw yung gagawa na maging order yung kanyang books niya. Okay? So, kung nakikita mo doon na puro ano tawag nito? Open and close parentheses or naka-negative balances, ikaw yung magko-correct nun. So nakikita mo na hindi reconciled, yung accounts receivable niya, marami pang mga unpaid or more than 90 days, ayan, or marami pang, ano tawag nito, undeposited funds, ayan, na dapat mong linisin, or that's for QuickBooks Online, then you can be, what they call this one, you can offer clean up and catch up as your premium bookkeeping skill, and you can charge premium rate. So, dyan po ako nag-start, no? Actually, it's what do you call this one? It's a discovery on my part. Kasi, yung first client ko, when he first approached me, he was staying that time in Manila kasi meron siyang, yung wife niya na Filipina, nakalimutan ko na yung pangalan ng mall na yun, Light Mall ba yun? Buendia Station ba yun? Okay, kung tama ako ha. Ayan. Nakalimutan ko na kasi matagal na akong hindi nag-MRT. Ayan. Okay. So, nung time na yon, siya yung kauna ng client ko. Ayan, nakita niya yung Facebook account ko. So, kailangan niya ng someone na mag-clean up and catch up ng kanyang books kasi nilayasan siya ng bookkeeper niya. So, ang sabi ko sa kanya na I just need your bank statement as of the given date. Ayan, credit card statement. And then I can help you restructure your books. So, binigyan niya ako ng photocopy. Okay? And then after nun, sinabihan ko sa kanya, okay, Ed, I think I'll be able to finish this one after 2 weeks. So, I'll give you updates from time to time. I will email you my updates. Okay? So, malaking mama siya, no? Napakalaking tao. Ayan. Okay, so doon kami nagkita sa condo, doon sa baba. Nakalimutan ko na kasi yung pangalan ng condo niya. Basta, I think, Light Mall, no? Kung tama ba ako. Okay. Maraming condo na malapit doon. And then, kailangan palang i-update ng 5 months yung kanyang books kasi hindi niya alam anong status na. Hindi niya alam yung balance sheet, may mga assets pa ba siya, magkano, ganyan-ganyan. So, nung tiningnan ko, that's an insurance agency. Okay, so, nirestructure ko siya. So, madali lang. Ayan. Ang ginamit ko palang time na yun is Excel. Ayan, Excel. Okay. Para may ayos lang yung balances. Ayan. So, nung binigay ko sa kanya, sabi niya na, okay, Alfie, how much is your charge? Sabi ng ganun. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to charge you $100 per month. So, that's a total of $500. Okay, so that time, 2017, I think the dollar conversion was 50 pesos. Okay? So, natapos ko siya less than 2 weeks. Meron na akong 25,000 pesos. So, nauna pa ako naka-receive ng money kaysa sweldo ko. Okay? So, doon naglaro yung utak ko, no? After ko ma-receive yung cold card, sabi ko, wow, ang ganda naman pala nito, babayaran agad ako. Sabi ko ng ganon. So doon na yun, nag-start na napaisip ako, what if meron lang akong kahit 3 client lang ganito every month, no? So okay na ako to start this online bookkeeping business. Okay? Then after that, ayun, nagkaroon na rin po ako ng second client. Yan, coming from the Facebook din. Nakita lang din yung Facebook profile ko. Ganun din, hindi alam gawin ng kanyang previous bookkeeper yung kanyang books. Okay, and I was able to close $3,600 for a 3-year project, clean up and catch up. So imagine, no, doing that part-time, okay? And then nagkaroon pa ako ng monthly retainers. So doon po nag-start. Kumbaga pa nakapag-ipon po ako. Okay, so mas malaki pa yung nare-receive ko sa online bookkeeping part-time kaysa doon sa day job ko. So simula nung nagawa ko na po yun, so nagkaroon ako ng ibang focus. Okay, so hindi na ako naglalakwat siya, uwi na agad ako para trabahuin ko yung books ni client kasi yung target ko, at least before mag-end ang 2 months, matapos ko na yung books niya. So, ang pinaka-challenging na yung time na yon sa clean up and catch up ko, itong PayPal. Hindi ko pa kasi kabisado yung workflow. Okay, so inaral ko siya ganyan hanggang sa nakuha ko na talaga kung bakit ganito yung si PayPal. Okay, may bawas, may dagdag, ayan, may papasok na naman. Okay, so hanggang sa nakuha ko na yung formula, yung paano mag-clean up and catch up ng books. Up until now, ito pa rin po yung pang frontline service ko every time na may in-approach ako na prospect. Okay. So, ito kasi yung una-unang problem nila. Messy books. Then after na malinis mo yung books, you can offer retainers na. Kasi ikaw yung nakapag-ayos ng kanilang books, ikaw na yung magme-maintain. Kaya, masasabi ko talaga na maganda talaga ang bookkeeping kasi meron kang monthly retainers. Okay? So, yung dalawang client ko since 2017, up until now, client ko pa rin sila. Tsaka sila yung malakas mabigay sa akin ng referrals. Okay? So, may power po sa referrals. So, go back with the clean up books. Ayan, para masabi nating clean up books, meron na siyang accurate financial reports. Ayan, to have clean books that are reconciled and updated. accurate and meaningful yung ating financial reports kasi napaka-importante po ito, no? Pag magulo yung books, magulo din po yung financial reports. Paano tayo maka-arrive ng tamang desisyon kung mali-mali yung figures na na-reflect sa balance sheet or sa income statement. Okay? So cleanup skill can be charged at premium rate. So as far as I can remember, meron din po akong Shopify na client. I was able to charge $13,000. Okay. To work on their books. Pero it took me 9 to 10 months. Why? Ilang taon? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So that's good for 5 years of work. Oh, yan. So, it's an e-commerce business. Okay? So, mas maganda. Yun nga lang, very challenging kasi maraming accounts ang i-reconcile mo pag e-commerce business naman. Like Shopify, like Amazon. Kaya, if you are just starting out, focus muna tayo sa service business. Okay? So, napakaganda po, no? Ito lang na skill, i-master mo muna before you jump to another skill. Ito lang, clean up and cash up. That's a premium bookkeeping skill. So you can charge that at premium. So until now, no, may makikita din po ako yung mga post ng mga students namin. Ito yung unang ino-offer nila, clean up and catch up. So masaya ako kasi nakapag-close na sila ng mga 10 clients, 3 clients, doing clean up and catch up. So, this one, itong clean up and catch up, pag sinabi niyo sa pricing, it depends upon the revenue ng business, number of transactions, number of bank accounts, and complexity. So, if you're just starting out, focus muna tayo sa service business. Wala mo ng inventory para hindi tayo mahirapan. So, pagkabisado na natin, then we can entertain businesses na may mga inventory. Okay? Regardless of sa number of transactions, mas prefer ko itong number of bank accounts. Okay. Kasi per bank account, per credit card, kailangan kasi natin yan siyang i-reconcile monthly. So, the greater the number of bank accounts or the credit cards, mas dapat malaki yung i-charge natin. Okay? Kaysa yung number of transactions. So this one, ayan, nakikita natin dito, pictures, doing a discovery call. Okay? Ayan, no? So we can use some Skype, Google Meet. Sa ngayon kasi, it's more on Zoom. Ayan. Then after that, you send a proposal. So dito, sa proposal mo, unahin mo muna yung, ano yung audit findings mo. Ito yung nakita ko client na yung bank account 1122 mo, last reconciled December 31, 2024. Ayan, kailangan nating i-update ito kasi nasa February 15, 2025 na tayo. Yung mga ganon, okay? Yung accounts receivable, marami pa pong old accounts that's over 90 days, blah, blah, blah. So, state natin yan siya sa ating audit findings. Then, from there, we can state our proposal, our deliverables, the scope of our work, and the timeline. Last yung part, yung ating pricing. Okay? And discuss that one during the second call sa client mo. Okay? Then don't forget to ask for upfront fee. Ayan. So, marami po nagtatanong, Coach, bakit kailangan agad tayong maghingi ng advance payment? Okay. So, the purpose of why we're asking for an upfront fee, this is to determine whether your client has the capacity to pay you or not. Okay? So, wag naman tayo yung basta lang tayong maglinis ng kanilang books na hindi pa tayo nababayaran. Okay? So, mahirap po yung tatrabahuin natin and then hindi pa tayo binayaran. So, mas maganda na i-practice na natin, ask for an upfront fee when we do some special project. Okay? So, it could be 20%, 30%, or 40% of the total project cost. Ayan. So, once nabayaran na tayo, then that's the time we deliver our service. So, magsasend na tayo ng welcome email, mag-onboarding na tayo, And then client, ito yung, what do you call this one? Google Drive link for the files. Ayan, dito mo na i-upload yung mga files mo. And then ask for an access, the NBA. Ayan. So, part na yun siya sa onboarding process natin. Okay? So, here, having a clear offer statement, your target market, and then ma-optimize mo ng profile mo, then you can start connect with your prospects. Then the important part here is to invite them for a discovery call. Okay, and then you perform your audit. And then from your audit findings, you can create your proposal plus your pricing. And then after that, pag okay na sa pricing, then it's time for send an invoice para mabayaran tayo. Okay? Then repeat the process. Ayan. Okay? So, ito yung sinasabi natin. You may feel uncomfortable at first. Okay? So, okay lang yan, no? Sa umpisa, ganun talaga. But you must persevere. Okay? So, kailangan natin na magporsigido tayo. Oh, huwag tayong matakot kasi meron na tayong roadmap, meron na tayong susundan. So, napakaswerte po niyo, no? Kasi nakalatag na yung roadmap. May blueprint na kayo. Kami noon, hindi namin alam, no? Anong sunod na gagawin namin. Okay? So, from that roadmap, you just follow it until makuha ninyo ang first online client. So, remember guys, we didn't master the skill at first. So, nag-test din po kami. Ano yung mga unang gagawin, next na gagawin ay palpak. Okay, ano yung pwede nating i-improve? Okay, i-inject natin ito sa process. And then, remember, this is your business. Okay? So, expect na may mga rejection. Ayan. So, kumbaga pa, yung first rejection ay ang sakit. Ayan. Okay, okay lang yan, no? So, kahit na ngayon, no, um, naalala ko parang last year, November, I have 10 discovery call. So, imagine guys, sa 10 discovery call, rejected ako lahat nun. So, masakit din, di ba? Siyempre kasi nag-e-effort ka. Pero have that kind of right mindset na, well, yung 10 na yun, kung nireject ako, ibig sabihin, hindi sila yung right client ko. So, si client 11, ayan, nagpakita sa akin, and then, nai-offer yung kanyang problema, yung challenges, then na-close ko siya. So, kung puro yan mga no, ang kasunod niyan ay yes na. Ang importante lang ay you always show up, be consistent ka pa rin in connecting with your target market. Okay? So, nakalagay dito, consistent discipline, a thirst for knowledge, and having that support group. So you are blessed right now because you have a support group parang tutulong sa iyo. So kumbaga pa, uy, kaya mo yan, Alfie. Yan. So ito yung gawin mo. Kung na-reject ka, why not try this step? Okay? So inject mo yung step na yon. Tapos yung nalaman mo na ganito pala yung outcome, naging okay na siya. O di ba? At least when you listen from other bookkeepers' advice and then you apply that one, then you will know if it's working or not. Right? Ang importante lang, meron kang support group. So sometimes we have also to listen from other fellow bookkeepers advice kasi napagdaanan din nila yan. Okay? So mas maganda na sumabay tayo doon sa mga community, sa grupo na meron tayong the same interest, the same goal. Ayan, na kumbaga pa, kayo lang yung nagkakaintindihan. Okay? Alam niyo ba nung time na yon na ginagawa ko tong online bookkeeping part-time? Okay. Yun bang inis na inis ka na sa client mo pero wala kang mapag-sharean? Kasi nga, wala nga akong community. Okay? So, napakahirap po yun. So buti na lang, andyan si Google, andyan si YouTube. Kaya lang, mas mabilis sana kung meron kang kasama. Kasi ma-address agad yung problem. Nakuha niyo? So mas maganda yung meron kayong kasabay. No? Kasi yung question mo, yung issue mo, maybe makakatulong doon na pag-address pag narinig yun or nalaman ng iyong kasama. Okay? So, kaya nga pag may problem ka, pag may issue ka, kailangan mo rin sabihin sa mga kasama mo kasi makakatulong dun sila sa iyo. So, if you have issues, if you have problems, if you have challenges, then you can ask help from your community. Okay? So, wag natin yung hayaan na kumbaga pa, malunod tayo doon sa mga challenges. So, reach out to our fellow bookkeepers para matulungan tayo. So, importante kasi yon. So, here, ayan, no? Ito na yung mga usual na questions. Can clients hire you even if you are just a newbie? So, definitely, sa umpisa, very tough talaga yan. Okay? So, without experience or an established network, finding clients may sometimes be overwhelming. Okay. So, nung nag-join ako ng isang community, so batch 1 ako, ito lang kasi yung skill na dapat nang improve, yung the marketing skill. How am I going to market my business, my bookkeeping business? So, inaral ko po yung marketing, paano ma-optimize yung profile. Kailangan palang pag-aralan yung target market, mga ganun, no? Na it took me 6 months bago ko na-digest yung information na kailangan talaga na yung ganitong process, gawin mo talaga siya para sa iyong bookkeeping business. Okay, so ang kagandahan lang, when you join with that community, they will be able to help you. Okay, so kung wala kang experience, no problem, kasi you can ask help from them. Okay, so remember, everyone starts from nowhere. As long as you focus on building your credibility and being visible, kasi online na tayo ngayon. Okay? So if you're a newbie, it can be hard to find clients. Yan. So, wala tayong idea. Paano tayo mag-start? Yan yung unang tanong, no? Pero pag passionate tayo na alamin natin ano yung mga important steps na gagawin ko, and you have that commitment and focus to work it hard. So, marami pong paraan para yung mga newbies makapag-start, i-build ang kanilang business. So, like you guys, nag-umpisa lang din po ako attending webinars. Okay? So, last 2014, nainggit pa ako doon sa mga nag-share. Ay, buti pa sila. They work from home and then they earn dollars. Ayan. So, gusto kong ma-experience na ganun. So, ang ginawa ko, nag-hoard ako ng mga courses. So, from online marketing, website designing, content marketing, copywriting, blogging, lahat na ata. Even Facebook ads. Ayan, nag-SEO pa ako. Pero later ko lang nalaman na yun palang mga courses na yon nakatulong sa business ko. At naging madali sa akin na maintindihan yung marketing side of doing this business. So, kumbaga pa, hindi man ako nanalo doon sa ganun ng mga skill, pero ang panalo naman sa akin ay learning. Okay? So, hindi pa rin talo sa part ko dahil panalo ako doon sa bookkeeping skill. Ayan. Okay? So, as long as you have passion, you have focus, you have commitment, and be consistent. Ang ano lang, ang kumbaga pa, ang challenge lang nito is sa umpisa, mahirap talaga. Okay? That's why I advise you, start small, but start now. Okay? So, here are the ways to attract your ideal clients. Ayan, value posting. So, this is one of the examples ng inbound marketing. And then this one, connect with your target market and build relationships. So ito naman, ito yung outbound marketing. Tayo yung nagre-reach out sa kanila. Okay? And then next is sending proposals. Okay, so ginagawa natin to after the discovery call and the audit walkthrough. And etong number 4, guys, ito yung pinakamadali na magkaroon ka ng client. Pag happy si first client mo, don't forget to ask for referrals, at least 3. Okay? So, hingin mo yung pangalan, yung business, email address, ayan. And then, the testimonial. Okay? Then, you connect yung mga binigay nila na referrals. Okay? So make this one as part of your process, in your lead generation process, when you look for new clients. Okay? So be good at what you do. And then communicate well. So like I mentioned, have that commitment for continuous learning, improving, personal growth. Ayan. So, kahit hindi pa natin makuha yung first online client, at least may improvement na sa sarili mo. So, anytime, pag dumating na yung right client, ready ka na. Okay? Show them that you can deliver. So, mas maganda i-practice natin to parate. Okay? So, practice using QuickBooks Online, using Zero, and then optimize your profile, have that offer statement, and then connect dun sa ating mga prospects. And then, kumbaga pa, improve natin yung ating communication skills. And for newbies, you can use your case studies. So dito din po ako nag-start, no? Dahil ni-require kami ng coach na, okay, so if you're just starting out, you can use case studies and then ask for testimonials. So nag-offer ako ng free service, ClearUp and CashUp, dun sa isang Shopify seller. So gumawa ako ng case study, then nanghingi ako ng testimonial. So yun yung pinapakita ko dun sa mga naging kasunod ko ng mga clients. So post your work or testimonial in internet where your prospects can see it. Okay? Kasi yun yung output na in-address mo yung kanilang problem. Okay? And let your friends and colleagues know what you do. So word of mouth works. So tell your friends. So syempre sila dapat yung unang makaalam, no? Ano bang ginagawa mo, Alfie? So I help, ganito, blah, blah, blah. And I offer bookkeeping skill to address the problems of these business owners. Okay. So let your friends and colleagues know what you do. Okay? So that's a free marketing. And start building a client list. And then you contact them. So, syempre, sa umpisa, mahirap yan kasi nahihiya tayo. So, given na ang bookkeepers ay introvert. So, gawin nyo lang siya. Malalaman nyo yan. Okay? So, dahil gusto natin na magkaroon ng online bookkeeping business, then reaching out to our target market, that is one of the most important tasks to do. Okay? Then you can also network at social events. So build relationships, establish rapport sa mga kapong bookkeepers kasi pag meron yan silang sobrang projects or spillover, pwede nilang i-offer sa'yo. Kasi ikaw na yung maisip nila. Lalong-lalo na pag parati kayong magkasama, nagkikita, ganyan. Tapos yung friend mo, nalaman niya na nag-offer ka ng bookkeeping skill and meron siyang friend na yung business owner, yung client noon, ay naghahanap ng bookkeeper, then ikaw yung maisipan niya. Okay? So, don't forget, ayan, establish relationship, build your network. So, remember, your bookkeeping business is a relationship business. Ayan. And then here, the not so obvious ways, you could also try asking your friends and family for referrals. And don't forget to make follow-ups. And reach out to potential clients directly. Use social media. Dahil lahat tayo, may Facebook na, may LinkedIn. Make use of that. Gawin natin ito. Gamitin natin ito sa magandang paraan. Ayan. We use this one to earn additional income. Okay, so use your Facebook and your LinkedIn. Then use a freelancing platform. Then you can also optimize your profile inside onlinejobs.ph, ano pa ba, Upwork, Fiverr, marami na ngayon eh. Yung mga online freelancing platforms. Okay? And then you can also use LinkedIn. Ayan, mention ko na kanina, no? With your first client, ayan. So don't focus on the money. Focus tayo dun sa relationships. Kasi from there, bibigyan na tayo ng referrals. Ayan. Alam niyo ba, napakasarap pag ni-refer ka na kasi yung client mo, malaki na yung trust sa iyo. Anytime na manghingi ka ng testimonial, madali na sa kanila. Okay? So when you ask for referrals, your clients will be happy, more than happy to oblige if they feel like you're really one of them. So that's why it's very important to focus on long-term relationships. So like yung sinabi ko kanina, your bookkeeping business is a relationship business. Pag thoughtful ka and matulungin sa mga clients mo, anytime na hihingi ka ng referrals, bibigyan ka nila. Okay? So katulad nung na-reach out ko sa LinkedIn, nung time na yon wala pa siyang business. Okay? So, pero meron siyang plan to open a business. So, kinontak niya agad ako na nagkaroon na siya ng business. Ayan. And then, na-close yung business niya. Nag-open na naman siya ulit ng business. Kinontak na naman niya ako. So, up until now, we're working together. And ang kagandahan nito, dahil agent siya, yung business ng kanyang big boss, okay, inirefer din sa akin na kailangan din ng updates, kailangan ng clean up and catch up. So, mas maganda na ito yung isa sa mga goal natin, establish a worthwhile relationship with your clients. Okay? Kasi kampante na sila sa iyo. Maayos mong ginawa yung kanilang books, so may trust na sila sa iyo. Okay? So yun yung gagawin natin. So here we have Miss Charlene Anarte from batch 6. Okay, so si Miss Charlene, yan, mahilig pong mag-travel. So gusto niya pang mag-travel pa sa ibang lugar. Ayan. And then she was able to save money for emergency funds. Ayan. Kasi nalaman niya na meron ding dry season sa bookkeeping. Okay, so para hindi na siya ma-stress, kaya mag-iipon muna siya. Ayan. So, marami pong options sa freelancing. Another one, we have Miss Gisarela Paca from batch 6. Okay, so dating corporate worker. Ayan, nag-quit po siya, naging freelancer. And then nakapag-land na po ng first direct client. Okay, hanggang sa dumami na po ang kanyang clients. Then we have also Hilarion Bustamante from batch 7. And Carl Mark Karandang na naging SGL, okay, subgroup leaders under team leader Mai and team leader Les, okay. Then we have Winchell Yan Villatoria from batch 8. Ang importante dito, no, she was able to take care of her kids while working at home. Okay, so bonus na yung meron kang car and lot, housing lot. Okay. And Sir Nicky John Abelar. So, he's a water technician. Imagine, wala siyang accounting background. Dahil na-curious siya sa kanyang asawa na earning dollars while working from home, ayan, inumpisahan niya. Okay? So, pag porsigido ka talaga, walang imposible. Ayan. So, gagawin at gagawin mo talaga, no? Kahit yung mga napaka-challenging na tasks. So ngayon po, no, napakarami na pong clients na na-serve ni Sir Nicky John. And he's one of our, what do you call this one? Booster mentors. Yan. He's one of our booster mentors sa client getting process. Okay? And one of the RUOL mentors din. So imagine, na hindi mo na kailangan talaga na accounting graduate ka. As long as you have the commitment, the focus to learn the basics ng accounting, and then sa paggamit ng mga softwares, then definitely you can land online clients. Okay? Then you have Miss Miriam Makalintal from the batch 11, got her first client from first discovery call. So yung inoffer niya ay clean up and cash up kasi yun yung problem ng kanyang client. Okay? Then we have Miss April Maramba. Ayan, nakikita na kami ni Miss April. Kailan ba yun? Last November. Okay, so yung team building. So from batch 12. So traveling with family without thinking of the expenses, able to zero out my debt. So pinaka-importante talaga itong utang, the zero out. Ayan. And Miss Joyce Morta. Okay. So from batch 12. So ito din, may utang din. Ayan, nabayaran din ang kanyang utang. Okay? So she was able to pay off, excuse me, 6 digits worth of debts. Ayan. So, syempre, pag may utang talaga, no, walang peace of mind. Okay? So, na-address na yung utang. So, she was able to pay off the 6 digits worth of debt from her failed business venture. Okay? Then we have also from, yan, yung iba pa naming mga TBSA students. Ito si Sir George. Matyaga po talaga siyang mag-aral, no? Ayan. I was really inspired of his, yung pagiging porsigido, ayan, masipag. Ang kagandahan nito ay na-enjoy niya yung kanyang learning process. At his age of 60 years old, ayan, may senior, no? Okay. Na hindi niya akalain na kaya niya palang gawin. Kasi may kasama siya. Ayun, may community. Okay? At ito kasing booster, this is a special session na more on application kayo. Okay? Para mahasa yung skill ninyo. Okay? So, from 0 to 0. Okay. Ayan. Then we have also Miss Diana Lago. Ayan. See the real world of freelancing. Ayan. Okay. Then you have also Miss Melanie Pakitol. Help me reach my breakthrough this year. Help me to find the site direction towards the career that I've been praying for and working hard. Oh, see? The six-figure income a month na dati akala ko joke lang. So imagine, ayan, she's earning na six-figure every month. So this is from batch 10. Okay? Parang sumobra na ata ako. Okay, tapusin ko na ito, Miss Blossom. So, aside from that, we have from the TBSA students din, si Miss Valerie. Ito. Ayan. She was able to complete requirements kasi para makuha niya yung certification sa booster session. Ayan. So, yung kanyang skills ay nag-improve. Okay. So, kapag porsigido ka talaga, meron kang focus, ayan, time management, tapos ginagawa mo siya, importante kasi yung taking action. Ayan. So, mag improve ka talaga. Okay? Okay, I think that ends my presentation. So, I'm giving back the floor to you, Miss Blossom.
Alright, thank you, Coach Alfie. Grabe, no? Nakaka-refresh. Kahit ako, na-refresh din ako dun sa presentation na yon. Just, it was a great reminder how to be, ano, super blessed to be a part of this community. So, ayan, let me just pull up my screen lang then for a while. Okay. All right. So, should be seeing my screen now. We are officially in our question and answer portion. So, I hope you guys listened, very carefully kanina and took some notes because I did. And may mga questions na na-answer na po kanina during presentation. But if you still have questions, please use our Q&A tool located dun sa bottom part ng inyong screen. If you have questions, just type your questions there and we'll be willing to answer them one by one. And just to summarize lang then, because I've been reading some of your questions earlier. So, sa mga nagtatanong po kung saan or kailan nila marireceive yung bonus file from our day 1 training, kindly wait until our third day for it to be sent out. It will be sent out via your emails. And also, please check all your inboxes just in case lang it got lost to your spam folders. Ayan. So, may mga question din kanina na what if hindi naka-attend ng day 1? Do not worry, we'll still be sending out those bonus files. All right. Ano pa ba? Let me just go over your questions here. Again, guys, please use our Q&A tool. Most of them were answered na rin during presentation. So we'll just go over some of them na lang. And we have here Coach Alfie. This is the right time, no, to ask the expert sa mga questions natin, mga lingering questions and doubts dyan. All right. So let me just speak up lang some of the questions here. Are we encouraged to get a badge from Intuit like level 1 certification and level 2 certification? This is from Ryan Deocades. Ayan. So, getting a certification from Intuit is actually a big plus because some of the clients are, looking and asking for this one. But definitely, as long as you have the skill and you can demonstrate that, at makakatulong sa client, yun po ang mas importante doon. Alright? May replay po ba ang webinars? Ayan. May replay po ba ang ating webinars? So again, guys, we are not available in Facebook Live. So we have our free resources. Meron po doon mga recordings din through our YouTube channel. So you might also want to check those out. Okay. What else po do you have here? Miss Blossom, are you a virtual bookkeeper also? Yes po, I am. I am a student po of TBSA from batch 13 and yes, I'm also a virtual bookkeeper. Ayan, so si Coach Alfie po talaga, ayan, siya po ang aking naging guide and mentor sa aking bookkeeping journey. Ayan. All right. So after this webinar training, this is from Alan Grace. Will there be face-to-face training sessions as well? If there are, will the sessions be free or would it have a fee? So I think Coach Alfie, they are interested na, no? If TBSA will be offering face-to-face sessions na din. Ayan.
Actually, napag-isipan din namin yan. So, if ever na meron na kaming updates, ipopost lang po namin. Okay,
Oh,
so, yan, pwede
all
namin
right.
offer.
All right, so watch out guys ha. Nako, may nami-miss na pala ang ating face-to-face sessions. Ayan. Baka face-to-face na natin si Coach Alfie. Ayan, great question.
For,
Thanks, Alan Grace. Okay, magagamit po ba ang TESDA Bookkeeping Certificate for application? May relevance po ba? The TESDA Bookkeeping Certificate will certainly speak for your skill as a bookkeeper. So again, ang mas importante po dito is that you can demonstrate the skill so that you can help and serve your client. Okay, so clean up and catch up are somewhat doing and auditing task. So, again po, dun po sa nilatag sa atin kanina ni Coach Alpi sa ating roadmap, um, part po yun, part po ng ating process is to audit our client to diagnose po kung ano po yung needs po ng client natin. Alright. What else do we have here? Um, again po pala, one of the common questions din kanina, yung ating attendance link is now available in our chat box. So please check our chat box and also FAQ links, frequently asked questions, are also shared din po doon. Okay? And let me just go over lang dito if meron pa tayong na-miss because some questions are similar naman. So hopefully we are answering you guys ha. So keep the questions coming. All right. Yung internship, yes. Regarding po dun sa internship, we also mentioned this last night. So yung internship po is it will depend on the availability and is available po sa ating paid training. Ayan. Okay. TESDA, again, I think I have answered a related question regarding the certification. You can still use that to demonstrate your skill in bookkeeping. Yes po. It's just a matter of, how to position yourself and how to package and communicate effectively. Ayan. So, dyan na po papasok yung how to connect with your client. All right. So, ito naman regarding ano naman po ito, experience Coach Alfie. So, Mariah is asking, what's the most challenging problem you'd encounter so far as a virtual bookkeeper? For me, that is starting and committing to start. Yun po talaga ang pinakamahirap na desisyon. Na go na ba o saka na lang? Ayan. So again, guys, growth starts from saying yes and learning happens in action. So, you don't know, you have no idea, baka doon sa simple yes na yon, it will lead you to your biggest breakthrough yet. Okay? So, yun po ang pinakamahirap. Actually, kahit hindi bookkeeping yun eh. In life in general, that's the most difficult thing to commit, to start. Alright? So, sino po ang magbabayad ng subscription? That would be provided and shouldered by the client. Right? Okay. So, what else do we have here? Um, may link po ba kayo ng demo companies? Again, guys, yung mga demo companies po ng Zero and QBO is available online. You can just type QuickBooks test drive for QuickBooks or US or Zero demo company. Sa Google po, it will be available naman. Ayan. Okay. We have here from Miss Desinit. I think Miss Desinit is really active sa ating Q&A portion. I remember this name. So Miss Desinit, so she said, I tried QB online certification last year ata. I only have few numbers na lang na di ko masagot. Di ko tinuloy yung last attempt dahil natakot ako. LOL. Do you offer help for that even if di makapag paid ng training? Again po kasi ang ating QBO certification po no for those who haven't tried yet. So meron po kasi yan like ano ba 'yon? Limit when it comes to taking that pero may konting downtime lang after but again you can still go for it for another round yan try and try lang until you succeed and of course po we have booster classes that might help you honing your skill in QuickBooks Online. Okay, so that is also available sa ating paid training. All right, what else do we have here? Okay, wala na akong nababasang TBSA QT sa ating Q&A. Okay, ayan. What else? Okay. Meron akong nabasa kanina, Coach Alfie. I think the question is very interesting. I think he was asking na kailan malalaman if kailangan mo na daw i-give up. Wow. Buti pa tayo nag-start guys, give up na agad. Itong opportunity or yung niche na ito. For me personally to answer your question, for me personally no, malalaman mo lang yon when you have exhausted all possible actions, all possibilities, all options, and when you can come at peace to yourself na talagang ginawa mo yung lahat. Because if meron pa ring lingering doubt doon sa mind mo at the corner of your mind that says, if ginawa ko ito, then I think you haven't exhausted all options yet. Okay? So if you think wala ka nang maibibigay, you'll be surprised. You have so much more to give. Alright. So persevere. Ayan. Sabi nga ni Coach Alfie, you must persevere. Okay. What else do we have here? Ano pa? O yan, may nakapagsagot na po sa iba. Ayan, thank you, Miss Josel Thomas. Ano? Actually, some of the attendees, Coach Alfie, are also helping other attendees na to answer their questions. So, di ba? How much more sa ating how much more inside the TBSA community kung anong level ng support ang naghihintay po sa inyo. All right. So from Joel, you have to know the accounting standards of the country where your client's business is located. I think that's what he meant. Well, yes, it is encouraged so that again you could help them properly and understand the nuances of their business. So could be a great plus and you can impress your client that way. Okay, paano po ba makasali to be student po? Ayan, from free web and excited na po siya. So, again, I think po yung ating link will be shared. So, pahintay na lang din. And again, guys, may nagpa-follow up na po sa ating bonuses. Yung bonuses po natin, if you haven't received it yet via your emails, kindly wait until our third day for these bonus copies to be sent out. Do not worry, even if you have joined us ngayon lang for our day 2, you can still receive those bonuses. So, please be sure to check all your inboxes just in case maligaw to sa ating spam folders or junk folders. Ayan. So, what else do we have here? Magkano naman yung booster? Ayan, from LMI Group's company, the booster po is already included in the program. So, all-in-one package na po yan. That is why it is so, it's friendly for non-accountants and newbies. Ayan po. Again, guys, ang attendance link po natin is shared through our chat box. So please check our Zoom chat box so you could key in your attendance for today. Okay. So I think that's all for our Q&A for tonight. I am sorry I have to cut this off. If you have any questions left, please be sure to join us again tomorrow and we'll be sure to go over them one by one. And for the meantime, I think our admin is sharing na rin our links for frequently asked questions. So you might want to check that as well. Okay. So, that's our Q&A for day 2. Guys, ang dami kong natutunan, guys, and I'm student pa rin talaga and really hungry for learning. So, I pray na you found it fruitful and naging blessing din siya sa inyo. All right. So, if you are still with us at this juncture, congratulations, you just completed our day 2 of training here sa ating free live webinar brought to you by the Bookkeeper Secret Academy. So we love to hear your takeaways from our day 2 training. And just to mention lang, no, guys, I am reading your key takeaways from day 1, and this is from Ann Camacho. She said, day 1 free training, check. Thank you for this opportunity, Coach Shari Pineda. My takeaway from this training was start planting so you can harvest in the future. Ayan. So thanks, Miss Anne Camacho. And please keep those takeaways coming. Don't forget to post them via our TS Facebook group or your own Facebook profile and tag us at Shari Pineda and at Alfie Abby Abby. And do not forget to use our official hashtag TSWAB free training. Ayan. All right, so who is up for free resources? Because we have so much more to share. I would like to invite everyone to join our private group, the Shepherd Virtual Accountants and Bookkeepers. Once you join, punta lang po kayo sa ating guide stop and have fun. Ayan, meron po tayong free resources available for you. You can also catch us or visit us in our YouTube channel, the Shepherd Virtual Accountants and Bookkeepers. Go straight to our playlist and there will be much more recorded webinars just like this one. All right. So where can you find us? You can reach us in our social media channel. We are in Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe para po updated po kayo sa ating latest announcements. And also, again, guys, yung bonus natin for day 3, hindi talaga to tinipid. This is for you guys. So, please be sure to follow us on our social media para po updated kayo. Baka kayo na ang isa sa ating chosen 6 scholars for our masterclass program. Okay. So, di ba, ang exciting ng ating day 1 and day 2. Now, we have learned what virtual bookkeeping is. We have learned how to get clients, how to attract them. For tomorrow, it will be more exciting because we'll be learning about how to avoid the common pitfalls for aspiring virtual bookkeepers, and how to sustain your virtual business. So understanding the pitfalls and overcoming them is very important when you're just starting. Also, ano ba yung mga secrets ng successful virtual bookkeepers? So we'll find that out tomorrow, and understanding why clients will be willing to hire you, and know more the success stories of our students who went from a newbie to thriving virtual bookkeeper. So that's tomorrow, Sunday, February 16, 7 p.m. Okay, so that's the end of our presentation. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. And of course, thank you so much to Coach Alfie, no, for sharing her expertise for tonight. Ang dami ko pa rin natutunan. Ayan. So we are still solid 1.2K participants at this juncture na, 'di ba? Ang solid naman 'yan, guys. So again, wag po kayong mawawala for tomorrow. This will be our last day free live training, and who knows? Maybe you'll be one of the chosen six scholars na. All right, TBS AQT Scholar 2025. Bukas na po 'yan. So, please join us again, and ayun, do we have any further other announcement po ba, Miss Rufa? Ayan, ayan, or okay. So, let me just kuha na lang po at this point na lang po, no? Let me just ano lang, a final message from Coach Alfie from our for our day 2 training. Yan, short message na lang po.
Okay. Ayan, narinig niyo pa rin po ba ako? Ayan, so thank you, no, for taking your time to attend our day 2 training. So I'm sure na marami kayong nakuhang insights. At siguro ngayong gabi, pwede na niyong, pwede na kayong magmuni-muni kung ito ba ay para po sa inyo or hindi. Okay? Kasi um, etong virtual bookkeeping, it's not really open for all. So, para po ito sa mga tao na gusto na maging serious, ayan. Kung mag-decide man kayo na push ang virtual bookkeeping as your online business. So, ayan, ipag-pray nyo din po, no? Para mabigyan din kayo ng guidance. Okay? Whether this is right for you or baka ibang path ang ibibigay po sa inyo. Kaya marami pong salamat, no, for taking your time, and I'm sure na pwede ninyong i-apply kung ano man yung mga natutunan ninyo ngayong gabi. So, thank you guys. Thank you din po, Miss Blossom,
Ayan,
for
thank
being a lively host namin ngayong gabi.
Wow, all right. So thank you, Coach Alfie. Now you heard it, guys. Again, thank you for joining us for the Saturday evening. So please be sure to join us again tomorrow. And if alam ko po na meron pa po kayong mga ganap, ayan, pwede na po tayong mag-wrap up. So this is the end of our day 2 training. Congratulations, you just earned it. And looking forward to day 3. Thank you, guys. Happy weekend. Ayan. Thank you.